This is looking worse. Got another knock. Spray God is again down. Troy receiving a lot of damage. Omega falls short, but that's the end. Global Esports once again. They got eliminated. But they are the first team who faced an elimination. 1+ K9 Esports getting all those frags as well as they got those frags in power play. 6 already. What a start for them.
Who was able to claim that 1 elimination point from Global Esports, though?
Interesting, by the way.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Where did that 1 elimination point go?
I think so. He just finished him off. That one lad, the final.
Did OG take it?
Nah, OG, he was too far away.
If I'm not wrong, OG had 13 points, right? And now they've got 17. Wait, no.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't add up. Wait,
Exactly.
I'm a little bit confused. I guess the DOA status.
What a
a
way
little
to
bit
drive your
confusing.
vehicle.
But yeah, for Hero Extreme Godlike,
They got Phoenix, one of the lad from Phoenix. That's Goten, by the way.
the first game was great for them, right? And now with how things are looking like for Hero Extreme Godlike in the overall standings, they're extremely comfortable in the top 6.
Certainly.
Even if they drop down on 1 game, it's not going to hurt them at all. They would still be in the top 8 no matter what.
But their rotation, Negro, it's pretty interesting, right? In the previous match itself, they were pretty close to the players of IG Los Hermanos. So I think so it's pretty common that the way Punk and the whole squad is thinking, that's the kind of similar thinking of the players of IG Los Hermanos. They tend to collide against each other too often. Although, you can say that too, yes, they might be chasing the players of Phoenix Esports because they got 1 frag of them. They finished off Goten, but seems like once again the stars aligned and they are so close as
Shadow
IG
is
Los
pinned.
Hermanos.
Shadow is pinned. The man's got nowhere to go, but Evil, he's on the tail as well. Hero Extreme Godlike needs to be careful. If they do try to pin down Shadow even more, I'm pretty sure Evil from the back will try and execute the Evil plans. And that's what's happening. Hero Extreme Godlike's already making that pounce against that one isolated player of MyG Los Hermanos, and he's got nowhere to go. The moment Hero Extreme Godlike finds out that it's just Shadow standing in front of him, they instantly push up and find that confirmation. The man's knocked out, but not eliminated yet. A shank, that will be his elimination. Hero Extreme Godlike, though, now the tables are going to be flipped against him, as they're the one to be pinned underneath. But luckily enough, they instantly try to break through the shackles, and they somehow make it happen as well. MyG Los Hermanos dropping down bodies in this game, but Hero Extreme Godlike's aggression, it's hard to overrule it.
And now Phoenix, they heard those shots and that's why they're getting close to the players of Hero Extreme Godlike. But they have to be careful. Jatin with a grenade of his own. Johnny, he needs to be careful. Kind of unaware about the situation. But hey, he spots out Jatin. Bit of damage. Repositions once again. Now taking one of his own grenade, but completely unaware where Jatin is. Lobbed one of his own. Is it good? No. Jatin, untouched yet. Still surviving. Stun in his backpack. Adrenaline syringe, Jonathan is applying that and not cancelled it. Thought that might be a push from Jatin, but look at Archit where he is. He could get pinned between Admino and Godsi. This is not looking good for the players of Phoenix. And yes, Jonathan, that's a fight, and he wins it. Meanwhile, Punk, he got knocked out.
It indeed isn't looking good. Hero Extreme Godlike down 2 players, but they've got 2 more standing. Archit falls down as well for Phoenix Esports. Numbers not adding up for Phoenix Esports that well anymore, but Hero Extreme Godlike things can still be recovered.
10 points already, by the way.
Phoenix has only got Ash once again standing, and Ash as usual just creating that separation between himself and the teammates. Phoenix Esports back-to-back games. You cannot take these games for granted, Phoenix. You're dropping down in the position. K9 Esports, 3 players next to each other, Beast, Ninja Boy, and Slug. Where is Omega? But K9, they've already kick-started things off with a bang. Team Aryan is also desperate for the points, but Ninja Boy falls down as well. Things now quite back and forth, but Slug, he still replies back. What a way to shut down the competition, even though you were in a massive disadvantage.
Oh, the power play is over. So as Aryan and Cyrax, that's the end for them. Henry, the final lad. The circle moves towards the players of VXT once again. Shadow knows how to control this circle. Shadow knows how to take control of the safe zone. Henry got his vehicle and now moving away. By the way, Hero Extreme Godlike got 7 frags and now that's the end. 2 of the big names out of the lobby. Global Esports
Oh my god,
Mighty Los Hermanos and Team Aryan.
Team Aryan was on the 12th spot before this game. And now after this game, there's a chance they might just move down even more.
Yep.
These fluctuations in the overall standings, they're quite drastic, Phoenix. A lot of big names dropping out. And imagine if Team Aryan is the one to drop outside of BGMI Season 4.
God.
That will be a massive nightmare.
Necro, just look at that. Both the teams who got 7 finishes, they are on the first and the second spot. It's K9 versus Hero Extreme Godlike. Both the teams creating menace for all these teams. And this is looking fabulous, by the way, for Hero Extreme Godlike and the fans for Godlike too. But Hydra out in an open, receiving a lot of damage. Spotted out Cheyenne, the spray! Oh my god, Hydra, the switch up! Forgot to prone down, but now he has grenade in his hand. Thunder is there to revive his fallen comrade, but I think so the grenade might work. Yes, it will! Cheyenne eliminated. Thunder knocked out. Victorious Sumus not looking good on the 14th spot.
Oh no, True Rippers moving him close and personal in tandem against Victorious Sumus. Mafia, the only man pinned inside of this house, and Mafia can't do a lot. But luckily enough, he does have the Molotov. That's going to at least force the players to play back a little bit more. But Mafia drops down this time, and the nade's going to find the knock. Mafia's doing a lot of damage, and he might just bounce back in the game once again. 2 knocks on the board. He brings Victorious Sumus back in the race. And Victorious Sumus, they somehow managed to overrule the players of True Rippers. But TWOB are also here with that third party. True Rippers Hydro is the only man standing. Victorious Sumus did a lot of damage, but were not able to come out on top in that fight.
Hydro still surviving, and I think so that would be the final end for him. Vishu getting knocked out by his own Molotov, but hey, TWOB managed to get the final frag. True Rippers takes an exit, but I don't think so that they won't mind this early exit because they are still on the second spot.
Oh my
It
god.
might get snatched by Hero Extreme Godlike, but what an end, what a fight! Eventually, it didn't favor the players of Victorious Sumus, by the way. 8-bit and Orangutan, this is their map. Topple down the top 2 teams, and now you can easily get in a safer spot.
Unfortunate for them. The next zone's going to be popping up within a few seconds. And it's going to be the main... Popping up within a few seconds. And it's going to be the main thing that will drive the entire game. And the zone's going to shift right on top of the players of VXT. VXT, the positioning's immaculate. But now they will need to try and reunite once again. You cannot keep on playing around that same spot. There's going to be a lot of teams starting to rack up around you, and VXT needs to be in full force to face all of that wrath.
Versatile. I think so it's better than just control of the circle. You are in the center of the circle. You can easily be the center of attraction too, but they're not backing off. They're still engaging in those fights. Sinway, by the way,
Awesome.
they're also challenging the same
Thanks.
spot. And now the safe zone is a little bit tricky. Genesis also moving inside the circle. Shadow with the spray could have been better. Pinning down the players inside the vehicle. Sinway escaping. Shadow about to turn down the whole squad into the gravestones. And yes, one more bullet will do the job. Come on, Shadow, the reload was the worst time. But hey, Ninja John, he got you back.
He threats the needle, finds the knock. Man's eliminated from the game. Another man is still out in the open. Sinaway, they're done for. They're like 3 points waiting to be claimed. His teammates tossing out a tail of smokes in the hopes that maybe they can still make the great escape of Versatile. The call's already made. They're going to push up close and personal and claim those elimination points and eliminate the entire existence of Sinaway.
This is looking good for the players of VXT once again. Can easily solidify their position and can get the 50-pointed mark already. The cutoff, what I was expecting is 45 points. And slowly and steadily, they are about to surpass that. 44, one more to do that. Nebula, meanwhile, also making a move on the 10th, in fact 9th spot with 26 points. One more frag, and you can topple down the players of Genesis and steal their position. Genesis, by the way, Necro, come on. This team needs to back up. They need to understand that what is the importance of these matches. Eventually, only 4 teams will get eliminated, and the sword of death is onto the players of Victorious Sumus, Team Aryan, Global Esports, Orangutan is also there, but still you are safe. But to be honest, in this game, if 8-bit and OG plays better, I think so it could be you.
You are safe, but not too safe. But as of now, with how things are really shaping out, Nebula as well can be the potential winners for this game. Yeah, still playing 2 around the edges. But generally speaking, if the zone is going to be favoring the players of Nebula, if it does take that northern shift, Nebula can definitely be the one to scoop a lot of elimination points away and can be the cleanup group, shutting down the members of Versatile first and then traversing on forward. Even Genesis Esports, they're on that redemption arc. The first game wasn't great. Genesis Esports is still pinned on that 8th spot. Genesis is desperate for those points, but Versatile, they found themselves in the worst possible spot. Especially Ronnie. The man's pinned out in the open. He's got nowhere to go.
And now look at the rotation here. Extreme Godlike, they got the northern control. Punk provided his team the perfect save zone, the perfect circle to get some more points. Genesis, you got the circle too. TWOB, Avi, props to him, getting the center of the safe zone to VXT. Now they have to make a move so that they can be inside the circle too. 1+ K9 Esports. The southern side is completely empty, but OG, how will they enter inside the circle? That's going to be my question.
But as of now, the main focus is on the players of Versatile. There's TWOB right next to VXT, and they need to be a little bit careful of them. Spotting out TWOB right next to him. Positioning from TWOB has been immaculate. First game as well, TWOB found themselves in that green zone. Now as well, they found themselves in that safety marker. In the smack center as well. Hero Extreme. Godlike is also in quite a good spot. Nebula around the top left. But having a look at the replay on exactly how Global Esports got eliminated. Unfortunately for Global Esports, they ended up colliding against the entire force of K9. And we all know, K9's got nothing to lose. They are going to be those naughty bunch.
Yeah. K9. Look at that smile on Omega. Look at that smoke. He knows what he did. He completely understands that. Meanwhile, afterwards, bye-bye to the players of Phoenix Esports. Got 40 points, and I think so Metal and Genesis can easily get the top 6 spot.
2 games are already done. Global Esports has only 14 points. That means in the upcoming 2 games, they need 20 points per game, Phoenix.
Oh my god.
Which is a lot of points. And if Global Esports does not achieve that average, we all know they will be eliminated from the BGMI Season 4. But hold on to that thought. 8-bit! Oh, the amount of damage they've taken themselves is also not looking good. Somraj falls down. The off angles really punishing 8-bit. They've got nowhere to go. Players dropping down like flies, and Nebula is the one to come out on top. S-Power now the only man standing. No one from 8-bit was able to get any sort of damage dished out. Nebula, 3 players looking extremely strong. And S-Power soon, the man's going to be pounced on as well. He's got nowhere to go. S-Power's being forced in a defensive stance. But just one man can't really handle the entirety of Nebula. A team that's in a red-hot form. Utilities are also chipping out a lot of damage. Another nade tossed, and that's going to do the deed.
Oh, you saw S-Power's face cam, right? You saw the player cam. He was angry, he was furious, he was not happy. And it's Adi able to collect all those frags. 3 in total. The IGL stepping up big time, getting all those points for his teammates. Genesis, meanwhile, they are pinning down the players of Nebula. Also, they are fighting Hero Extreme Godlike at the same time because they got the angle. But Toby got eliminated by the blue.
8-bit needs an average of 15 points per game in the upcoming 2 games.
Very difficult.
It's next to impossible to achieve given the form that 8-bit has.
Then you have to expect the other team also play worse, bad.
And if OG ends up winning this game, it just gets even worse.
Yep, certainly.
Victor Sumus moves down. Victor Sumus, this is what I mentioned, right? If you're not going to be playing aggressive, you will not be able to qualify. It's pretty much the same thing. In my opinion, you need to update the strat book. You've got players who does pack a lot of punch. And as I mentioned, if you consider yourself one of the T1 teams, if you consider yourself one of the top tier teams, getting in the top 12 should not be easy for you.
OG, we saw the player cam, we saw Prem is there, and Ronak, the lucky charm himself, in the player area too, supporting his teammates. OG collected 3 frags. Necro, I completely agree with the fact Victorious Simmons, they have to pass themselves up. They got 2 games in the back and that's it. These are the decided games. For now, Genesis kind of fight against the players of Nebula. This is the fight for the zone. This is the fight for the safe circle. This is the fight for the 5th stage. Hunters with the suppressor on that AUG. Oh, missing every single shot onto Phoenix. You have to be careful. He's a really risky guy. And Atanki, meanwhile, falls short. Phoenix was targeting someone else. And Phoenix, he got knocked out by Aru. And that's the retaliation. Hey, Aru is angry. You have to be careful now.
OG, this is the only chance they're going to have to make a bounce back. This game of Miramar, it's looking good for them. But now OG needs to make a mad dash. The Weekle's smoking. And if they mess up even once, it will be exploded. OG's out in the open. This is such a risky rotation. Aru falls down. Wiscott's taken down pretty low. AKOP's out in the open. OG's getting dismantled. That's it for OG. Stopped in tracks and eliminated from the game. Blunders after blunders from these top-tier teams. What is going on with them?
Worst. That's the worst end for them. Orangutan. And look at that. All the teams from 12th to 16th spot, they got eliminated. TWOB, now they can strengthen their lead. Now they can move forward. And now they can increase the gap between them and the teams who are in the bottom 4. But Nebula versus Genesis, an incredible fight.
At least the good thing is the bottom 4 is going to be the same. TWOB, with that positioning they've got, they're once again playing it anonymous. They're once again playing it extremely passive.
Perfect.
The zone is constantly shifting right on top of them for TWOB. Somehow they're able to squeeze in those good positionings. But Nebula, they're playing completely on their firepower. And this time they might just be dismantled. Nomi is the first one to get knocked out. Kratos will be the second one. A systematic dismantle from Genesis Esports. 2 players already down for Nebula. Adi in the backlines. Now the man's trying to play hide and seek. He's going to back away, run away from this spot. He knows he needs to at least squeeze in a few placement points. Nebula already has an okay amount of finish points.
It's Adi who got 3 points for them. And now in total they have 5, and it all comes down to Adi so that he can just collect some more, 30 more seconds, and then we will see where the circle will move. Meanwhile, in all these fights, we haven't seen Extreme Godlike yet. They got stuck in those 7 frags, but they will bounce back. Meanwhile, 1+ K9 Esports shutting down everyone, and as you love to say, dismantling everyone in server. 10 frags already. Slug is looking in a hot form right now.
Honestly, K9 Esports, they're just on a hunt, straight up. They're like the bounty hunters. All the teams who are desperate, K9 Esports is hunting them down, picking them and ripping them apart systematically. K9 Esports for them, even if they do not end up winning the game, it's completely fine. They've already qualified. If they do not even play the last 2 games, they've already qualified. That's how much of a cushion K9 Esports currently has. Genesis Esports towards the top left. Hero Extreme Godlike on the northern side. For Hero Extreme Godlike, probably aiming for the victory straight up. Nebula also got eliminated around that same territory. Nebula was only able to squeeze in, like, what? 5 elimination points? That's the only amount of points Nebula has. But at least those 5 points are going to help Nebula sustain the same spot.
I think so Nebula in a decent spot. And I don't mind if they fall short on the 10th spot too, because they can bounce back now. They got the momentum, they got the frags in the early stage, and now they'll be very happy with this performance. But teams like TWOB and Sinway, this is their time. By the way, Sinway is still alive, barely surviving on just 2 players. Genesis on the other side, making sure that they will just punish the players of Hero Extreme Godlike. Admino leading the pack. Got 1 frag, that's it. Godzi this time got the major, but still. It is going to be a waiting game. A grenade has been lobbed by Admino. Too far away, too short.
Here's the thing, Sinway is still alive, but they might not be able to survive the upcoming wave. But Vishu is able to find a crucial knock. He also gets the confirmation. Sinway still somehow cooking in the game. But Sinway does not have any vehicles to play with. They need to make that rotation inside of the zone. And if they do not have any vehicles, how are they going to make it?
Too difficult. And if they tend to hug the circle, if they, just thought that they can hug the edge of the safe zone, you might get spotted out by
There's
players
literally
of 1+
compound
K9
free.
Esports. Yeah. There's no compound though. You got the lower hedge. You can hide, but can't escape because Beast, yeah, he knows. You got the vehicle, by the way. But one of them is almost burst out. And oh, Beast! He just spotted out an elbow!
Oh no. Sinway. They're actually going to make the fight up close and personal against K9. This is interesting. Guts of steel. In my opinion, Sinway should have gotten inside of the vehicle and make that mad dash towards the zone. There is a compound free as of now. You can move towards that territory. It's not a good position, but at least you can survive and maybe claim a few more placement points, but Sinaway, they're already getting ripped. Oh no. Another man down. Wishu, he's knocked out. Moke, needs to get that revival, and K9 Esports, they're starting to group up. The moment they get on top of this rock, it's over. Sinaway, they're trying to go for that revival. Vishu's back up on his feet. Now we finally do see a lot of moves. But Vishu, there's Molotov right next to him. The man needs to patch himself up first. He is trying to pop that first aid, but does he have enough time? That's my question.
He does.
Vishu does get that first aid popped up, but the nade! It's perfect! K9 Esports, it's hard to shut down a team like this. Eliminating that man completely from the game. That's the thing you like to see from a banner like K9.
12 frags already, and now they're looking more solid into the top 5 and looking for their another fight. By the way, good spread by the players of Hero Extreme Godlike. Look at Punk so far away from the back, and the reason is simple. He needs to control of those compounds. But TWOB, they are the center of attraction. Got the best compound in the safe zone, got the height advantage, and now Genesis, they are looking to challenge that compound too. By the way, Hero Extreme Godlike, they also some good area too.
TWOB literally reminds me of Meta Ninja in the officials.
Oh.
This is how Meta Ninja used to play.
Yeah, I know.
Off the rip, head towards the center, and just keep themselves pinned down in that spot. And luckily enough, the zone was constantly shifting on top of them as well. They were like the zone magnets, and that's what's happening with TWOB as well. Straight up zone magnets. Finding themselves in quite a good spot. There is K9 Esports next to him. VXT as well on that southern side. But Genesis Esports now, they're probably starting to get pretty unsettled. And I'm pretty sure Genesis Esports for them, the next one on the hit list is going to be TWOB. But what a knock that was from Pukar. Finds an instant knock towards one of the players from Genesis, and that's going to halt the push.
For now, that will halt the push, but you have to be careful of the other fights too. Because in the same vicinity, K9 is there. Pukar, one good grenade, just hold it a little bit. The players haven't started moving yet. 1 minute still on the clock, and then the next stage will be there. Meanwhile, Hero Extreme Godlike, they got a good compound, they got a good control of the circle, they got the northern side completely cleared for you.
Thanks.
So you could be the one who can get the chicken dinner. This could be Hero Extreme Godlike's game. But if they play their cards perfectly, otherwise, K9 might steal it.
There's a lot of teams down in the dirt, stuck, and you never know who's going to be the one to come out on top. But VXT, Shadow is down, and the man's out of the game as well. Genesis Esports, with how they're playing it, just constantly roaming around. VXT starting to crumble. Genesis is claiming a lot of those elimination points. It seems like now they're the cleanup crew, but TWOB as well now will start to step inside of the heat, as they do want to claim a few elimination points to themselves.
They're enjoying it, they're loving it. And they know this is going to be TWOB's game. Hunters going all in. Yash from the back end supporting his teammate. And now eliminating one more player. It all comes down to B so close to Zap. Zap completely unaware about his surroundings. Punk with the Molotov. Hunters getting pinned down. A grenade has been lobbed. Zap is still safe. Beast, he now has to fall back. Johnny with the spray. About to turn out Zap, and that's the end for 1+K9. Once again, I told you, this could be Hero Extreme Godlike's game, but the biggest problem is going to be Team Genesis.
Of course, they will be a problem, but TWOB, it's their game to lose. All they need to do is just keep themselves pinned down in that compound and make sure they're not losing any sort of men in the fight. But Hero Extreme Godlike, whoever pushes against them, they're making sure their days will be counted. Gods falls down. Jonathan was chipped down pretty low. Hero Extreme Godlike, they've got a lot of elimination points. Even they've qualified, let's be honest. The first 2 games, Hero Extreme Godlike, they've been bang on point. Elimination points, be it the placement points, Hero Extreme Godlike, they've been acing at everything.
Yeah. But for now, they know that for this chicken dinner, you have to be a little bit more confident in those fights. Yash, he's still surviving. One grenade can easily spoil your party. Godzi back on his feet. Yash, weird about his surroundings. Jonathan looking for that fight. Meanwhile, TWB still enjoying their compound. Johnny spots out Yash. He can easily drop down and collect that frag. Scarrel in his hands and still waiting for the first move by Yash. Drop down, and that's the end. The DBS works, and it all comes down to this final fight favoring the players of Hero Extreme Godlike. Edmino with the grenade. That's the opening. Wishu knocked out.
Solid stuff. TWOB. How did this happen? It was their game to lose. They've got the compound, the only compound that's available. And now somehow Hero Extreme, Godlike, they're punishing the players of TWOB to stay alive for this long. How did this just happen?
Whoa!
Hero Extreme, Godlike just casually pushing up and eliminating the entirety of Hero Extreme. How did this just happen? How did they eliminate TWOB within seconds? You blink it and you miss it. Just casually moved on, eliminated the entirety of TWOB.
That's the way Hero Extreme Godlike loves to play. And I told you so. I told you so. This is going to be Godlike's game. Because Spunk with his rotation, pinpoint perfect. And from the start, from the get-go, they were looking solid. Jonathan with the smile and Mino with the perfect approach, and Bunk with the beautiful rotation with the support of Godzi collecting good amount of frags.
Solid.
They managed to get the chicken.
Incredibly solid. Hero Extreme Godlike. They played like they're extreme. They played like absolute heroes. This game was supposed to be TWOB's, but it seemed like Hero Extreme Godlike was punishing them for staying alive for such a long time. And just look at this final push. Just casually pushing up, eliminating the players entirely. TWOB was definitely a massive mess up before. Now let's move on to the stage for a quick little interview.
भाई ये तो होना ही था. Somewhere a team जिसके बारे में उतनी